Hey guys, it's Miss Patrick. I just want to give you a quick, hopefully quick, how-to on your Unit 9 History Test Part 2 and what I expect from you because this is a bigger test. So, for question 1, I want you to not just tell me for A what a Greek drama is, but give me some examples, maybe a name of one or describe what that means. For Part 2, I'm just looking for the word. What was the name of actors in Greek theater? Part C is a little more though. It says explain where the name for actors originated. So it's saying where did that name come from? To get full credit, you're going to need to explain where that name came from in ancient Greece, including the history of the theater and the root word. So why are they called what they are called and where did that come from? For D, it says who other than actors participated. You need to list any people or peoples that participated and tell me what their job was. So don't just say, there were these people. Tell me what their purpose was. Why were they included with the actors? For E, where were they performed? I've seen a couple people who've turned this in already. Just give one place that they were performed. You can be specific by giving me an example, but tell me overall this is where they were performed. Some examples of this are. Now, part 2, if you came to class for 9.10 for part 2, A and B, you already know the answers because we went over this in class. What you need to do is read the quotes from Pericles and Thucydides and then figure out which person is saying Athens is describing Athens as a place with time for pleasant relaxation and which author is describing people being forced to do hard work. I should not see any names for A and B besides Pericles and Thucydides. I've had so many people just put these quotes in Google, and then I get names of people from the 17 or 1800s. I'm letting you know now, A and B are either going to be Pericles, each one will either be Pericles or Thucydides. Make sure to get full credit, though. You don't just put their name. You need to use part of their quote to back up your answer. So you would say, the author is this person. I know this because, and then you give me part of their quote that proves what you're saying. Same thing for part 2, C and D. Again, you're going to read a quote from Pericles and Thucydides. Question C says, Pericles says that Athens is a democracy. What does he mean? You're going to say he means blank. I know this because blank. For part D, you're going to put, do you think Thucydides would see Athens' role in the Delian League as democratic? Why or why not? You're going to say yes or no because, and then you're going to look at his quote and what you know about the Delian League and the Peloponnesian War and give me an answer. So you would say yes or no because he said this and the Delian League did this. For question 3, you've been challenged with the question, was Alexander great or not? Your position is that Alexander was indeed great, but you will have to persuade or convince everyone else. Explain what made Alexander the Great so great, and how he spread Greek culture and brought ideas from other cultures. So, to receive full credit for this question, what you will need to do is explain why Alexander was great. Tell me, he was great because, and make sure while you're talking about why he was great, you talk about the ways he brought other ideas into the Greek culture and how he spread Greek culture. So what things did he spread? What things did he decide were nice or he was interested in from other cultures that he brought with him? So Alexander the Great was great because he did this, and he did this, 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 and this, including how he spread Greek culture and brought other ideas into Greek culture. Make sure you have examples. Be specific. The more specific and juicy the answer is, the higher your grade is going to be 99% of the time. Question 4, in a short essay. That means I want 2 to 3 paragraphs, probably 3. An introduction paragraph of at least 3 to 5 sentences. A body paragraph that should be 5 to 7 sentences, and a conclusion paragraph. That is a short essay. I want at least 2 paragraphs, probably 3 to get an A. And you're going to describe what it is meant by classical and why Greece is an example of classical civilization. So your intro paragraph should say, when we hear the word classical, blah, 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 this is what classical is. Maybe give some examples. Your body paragraph should say, Greece is an example of classical civilization because A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever, with examples from class. Be specific. The more specific you are, the higher your grade is going to be. And then your conclusion paragraph should say something like, in conclusion, Greece is a classical civilization because, and then date some of the things you talked about in the beginning. If you do all of these things that I just said, you will absolutely get a good grade as long as your answers are right, obviously. If you need help with this, come ask me for help next week. We are going to review for 2 days next week, as well as there's a study guide. You can watch the recordings, and you can always ask me or send me an email. That's all I have, guys. I hope this is helpful. Bye.